We've got Enzo Fernandez, so now let's go get Bruno Guimarães. Well, apparently Chelsea tried to. Chelsea made an inquiry in January and we're going back in the summer. All the information you need right here. Graham Potter drops the biggest hint about Mason Mount's future. And guys, it's not looking good. We've got the numbers that he's actually rejected. We've got the future of Mykhailo Mudrik and what Potter's plan is. Apparently he's done it before. And more importantly, our injury list is fat again. Let's get into it. Chelsea versus Leicester preview. We're all here. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and you guys already know the deal. You know the running order, and you're here staying, so you're going to enjoy it. So I just need you guys to do some things that are admin, but it's free of charge, and it helps me out a lot. Number one, if you support this channel, hit the like button now. Don't wait till the end because you will forget. So right now, 1 second to do that. Thank you very much. Subscribe if you're new because you've made it this far. Evidently, you find me a little bit entertaining. And finally, in the pinned comment is my Instagram. Go follow me there and hit me up with all your football related questions. And I usually respond either via a voice note or via a message. It's the best way to build a community. But let's get on with the news because that's what you guys are here. So we already know Chelsea have been avidly looking for a midfielder. We went and got Enzo Fernandez in January. We broke our record fee and we paid 125 million euros. But apparently Chelsea were looking at other aspects of different types of players. We looked at Caicedo and now it's coming out that we looked at Bruno Guimarães. It looks like Chelsea are trying to develop a team that is just going to be constructed of expensive players but at the right age, and we're going to build just a team no one wants to play against. But can we actually get Bruno Guimarães? Because the rumors are that Chelsea will go back and inquire in the summer. And recently, there's been a lot of chit-chat around Bruno Guimarães of Newcastle. And what kind of chit-chat? Well, that Real Madrid want him, and if he does leave Newcastle, he'll be going to Real Madrid. Then he came out and spoke about how happy he is at Newcastle, and now rumors are coming out about Chelsea. Guys, this stinks of one thing and one thing only. His agent is running around talking to everyone to make sure that he gets a new contract at Newcastle. Hear me out. He joined last January. So now by the time the summer comes, he's going to be 18 months along. They want more money. They know how much Newcastle can pay. They know that they can go and demand more money. And if the market is there to take him to a Real Madrid, he'll go. But the reality is, he plays for Newcastle. Newcastle are a rich club. Their owners are cake. Their owners are the Saudi investment group. So they have got a lot of money. They don't need to sell, and they can give him wages that he can only dream of. So the reality is he's in the same boat as Kylian Mbappe. If Saudi owners say you're not going, you're not going. Remember last summer when Real Madrid had a bid of 220 million pounds rejected for Kylian Mbappe with 1 year left on his deal? The same thing could happen if the Saudis insist they're not selling. I don't believe these rumors. I believe these rumors are nonsense. And the reason I believe they're nonsense, I believe we just inquired and we were told he's not for sale. Hence why we went and put the bid for Caicedo. Hence why we went and got Enzo Fernandez. I think we just were inquiring, trying to get another midfielder through the door, and we ended up getting Enzo. I do think we'll go get another midfielder, but I don't think it's Bruno Guimarães. Graham Potter had his press conference today, and within this press conference, he spoke about a lot of things. Let me give you the injury news because it is a heavy, because this is the key things for our game against Leicester. Reece James, out the game. Reece James is ill, so he's not going to be playing, he's not going to feature, and this is bad news, alright? Whether you like it or not, we're in big trouble. Malo Gusto is on loan. Azpilicueta still most probably has a concussion and in concussion protocol, and we've got Reece James ill. So it looks like Ruben's going to be playing right wing back again. Then we've got Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling apparently feels some soreness and some tightness in his hamstring. He's a doubt for the game. He might not get risked. Just when we get a front three we're proud of, we got another issue at hand. Aubameyang's got some back pains. He's got the game. And then we've got Thiago Silva and N'Golo Kante both out. Kante's going to be trying to play against Everton, which is the next game. And finally, Mason Mount has got another injury and won't be in the team. Look how many injuries we have again. It's a build-up of injury. It's an accumulation that's going to cost us in the long run. But hopefully, all these players are back for the Champions League and we can go again after the draw. Because this is important. But I still expect 3 points. There is no excuses for us not to beat Leicester. So, it wouldn't be a Chelsea press conference if the Mason Mount question wasn't asked. They asked him and said, look, rumors are coming out that Mason Mount isn't going to be leaving the club. what is going on and what's happened. Let me first give you what the articles that have been written about Mason Mount are saying. There's a suggestion that Mason Mount has rejected a £180,000 contract for 7 or 8 years. That's what the report is figuring. We'll say 7. The reason he's rejecting is because his camp believe that he's worth £250,000, which is close to the Reece James money. And the reason they believe that is because they believe both of them came out of Cobham at the same time. Both of them have had a similar impact and have been just as successful for the team. But the reality is that's just not true, because if you look at it from a logical standpoint, let's not put any emotion, let's not put anything that is opinion based. We're going to put facts, right? Reece James is arguably, this is a fact, right? Arguably top 5 right backs in the world. I could say the best, but then that's my opinion. Top 5, I don't think no one in the world would debate. He is top 5 in the world right back. Mason Mount's nowhere near that. Mason Mount is not even top 20 centre midfielders in the world. So the fact that he wants to demand top 5 level money is mind-boggling to me. However, he is signing a deal for 7 years, and his camp has every right to demand whatever they want. But Chelsea have every right to say no. So I think this is a messy situation, and the club and his representatives need to sort this out, or he will be leaving for £50 million in the summer. That's the end of it. Be all and end all. He wants to stay, but he just wants to be respected and paid the correct money. On the other hand, what did Graham Potter say? Graham Potter was very open and very transparent with the situation. He said, look, I've spoken to Mason Mount multiple times. I think he's a great chap, a good lad. Always said that everyone in our team are good lads, apparently, according to Graham Potter. But he said he's not getting in the middle of it. This needs to be between the club and Mason Mount. And more importantly, he added that stuff like this happens and they need to sort it out amongst themselves. Guys, this is a code word for he's going. There is no we will sort it. There is no we're going to do this together. There is no where I am going to see how this plays out because we want Mason to stay. There isn't. It's literally putting a ball in Mason's court. Do you want to stay? Sign our fee. If not, don't. And that's between him and the club. Evident that Potter is purely the coach and does not want to be involved with the upper echelons of the hierarchy of the team. So basically, the board of directors, the sporting directors, he doesn't want none of that business. He wants to coach the team, get results, and move on. I love that. I don't want you getting involved in all that nonsense. That's my personal opinion. Someone finally asked a question about why Mikhailo Mudrik is not playing. And finally, we got an answer that I actually really liked, and I appreciated some clarity about it. He literally explained that, look, Mikhailo joined us, and he was in the pre-season portion of his season. Because the Ukrainian season ended, he came back, he needed to get raring to go, fit and healthy, and it was hard for him to adjust to the Premier League from the outset. So it's unfair on him just to throw him in. He's a good player, he's in contention, but we're going to ease him in. We're not going to rush him in. And you know what, guys? This might be a predictable answer, like a lot of people would say. But you know, I like hearing that. I like to think that there is a method to his madness, and we're just not leaving him out because it's the easy one to leave out. And the reality is, it makes sense when he puts it in that context. And what was really nice to see, he also spoke about Cucurella and how he's handled him and how he wants to make sure that players are comfortable and happy and in their element. And when they're in that situation, they perform and they work to the best of their ability. I love hearing that. It makes me smile. What is also interesting, McAllister Alexis from Brighton has come out and he's been very transparent and honest that he was very angry with Potter initially. He wanted to play. He was getting frustrated that he wasn't getting a minute, but Potter held him back. He literally enabled him to develop physically, develop tactically, and then he eased him into that 6 role. Initially, McAllister was playing in the twin 10. And the reason that was because they were trying to get him to adapt to the league in a physicality proportion. But then his versatility brought him back into the midfield, which is a bit more demanding and requires more crunching and more physicality. All of a sudden, this year, he's a completely different player. Now he starts for Argentina. And McAllister says he owes Potter a lot of this. He owes gratitude and faith that he showed in him. And you know what? Stuff like this are case studies of what potentially could be happening to Madueke, Mudrik, Badiashile, Fofana, And I like this. I really do. It shows that we're actually got a method to the madness, because at this moment in time, it's a lot of signing with limited guidance, in my opinion. It's just a lot of bodies coming through the door, but it's nice to see that there is finally our team tomorrow that we're playing against are the rivals Leicester. All right, so we're playing against Leicester, and Potter said, look, it's an opportunity to win. We need to go out there and win again. We've only won 2 games in a row. Let's not rant, let's not rave, let's not be over the moon about it. There are certain standards we need to meet. The fans have been super patient with us, and I've really noticed he's very careful in the way he talks about the fans. He's always reiterating how the fans have been patient with us, the fans have been good to us, the fans have been this to us, the fans have every right to be mad, and this is nice. It's nice that he understands the frustration that we're having. We're not just being unfair because we don't like it. It's got nothing to do with him. It's the results. Get the results and you will have backing from the fans. All we want is for you to be successful, because it makes our team successful. And that's just as simple as that. Furthermore, he also went on to say that Leicester's a good side, but they're going through a bad run, worse than us. And he's already putting it out there that we should be beaten. Like, as in, we should go into this game, and if we do our things right, we will beat them. And I agree with him most definitely on that case. We need to attack them. We need to be proactive, and we need to go and capitalize on their lack of confidence and their lack of urgency at this moment in time. Look, they're fighting for their lives. They're in a relegation battle, and they're going to be out here trying to secure the 3 points. We are essentially fighting for pride as well. Well, that's what we're playing for. We're playing for pride, and potentially, and this is a small potentially, win tomorrow, win against Everton, win against Villa, and then reassess where you are in the league. Because 3 wins back to back or 4 wins back to back, and all of a sudden the landscape can change, and then there's like, what, 10 games left, and in those 10 games, if you're like 4 or 5 points off top 4 and you're playing Liverpool and you potentially beat Liverpool, you're literally 2 points off top 4. It could be as simple as that. We just need to be realistic with our expectations, but at the same time, we want the boys to aim high, end the season right, set a standard, set a run up, so that when we start next season, confidence is high. Like the last 13 games, we need to go in there. I want to see at least 8 victories. 8 victories, and then the rest, you know, just mix it up with some draws and some losses. I don't mind. Just get me 8 from 13. I'll be happy with that, because I know we're not a great side, but we're a good enough side to be securing 8 wins from 13. I don't think that's unreasonable to say. So I'm literally asking for 24 points out of a possible 39. Like, that's not that bad. Like, really. And it's not demanding too much. Guys, but this is the Kavkas View. I think it's going to be a rotated side. Not heavily, but slightly rotated side tomorrow. I'll be here straight after the game, giving you guys a review. Got no plans in the evening, so I will be here reviewing the game. Make sure you tune in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, support the channel if you made it this far, bruv. Though, you can't forget to hit the like button now. Peace out, I'm out.